Double Oak Ridge line up to the left. Come into the community of Mount Laurel. You know that Cat 2 climb I was talking about in the helicopter video. Wait. Yeah. 280, yeah. Anyway, we're still on it. You know, we're in a valley here. Just across the saddle between the Double Oak Ridge line and the Hugh Daniel Ridge line. We're kind of Mount Laurel. Ironically, sits here in this valley. But it's a couple hundred feet higher. Yeah, about 200 feet higher than what would that be? That'd be the Little Cahaba River Valley, and then a good 400 feet higher than the Cahaba River Valley. You cross a few ridges. The total climbing for this, I think, is 2,100, almost 2,200 feet. Total gain. The elevation difference is, like I mentioned earlier, it's just 1,000 feet, 1,080. I think it's closer to 1,100. But anyway, gives you an idea of the number of ridge lines. You cross 3 ridges. Let's see. Brook Highlands, Hugh Daniel. No, you cross 2 ridges, and then Double Oak is itself a double ridge, but they're really close together. There's a Double Oak roller coaster. This is Mount Laurel. The Gravely Fitness, if you live out here, Gravely opened up a place down here, and they lead rides every week and runs, and they have a good gym. They're off on the left there. Yeah, we borrowed their pump that day that Jacob double flatted, because he actually flatted again up here. We changed it, but we used their pump when we got back to here to, you know, pump it up full, pump the tire up better. I think. They have a pump they keep outside, chained to the table. Did another ride out here with Simon and Russell and Jonathan Soto, me. I think that might have been it. And Simon got real unlucky on the climb and ran over a stick, and it popped up and got caught between his crank arm and the chainstay and cracked the chainstay a little bit. And also destroyed the wheel because the stick went through the spokes. That was quite the adventure. But we're on the official climb now, the Cat 3 version. Starts back down there. That's what we used in the Strava shootout. This is a hard climb because it's just so steep and long, and then there's some flat sections too. So you're just dying from the steep sections, and then you got to go downhill or flat, hard. It's really hard to stay motivated all the way through the climb. I really feel like maybe Vestavia Drive was the hardest. It was the hardest for me, at least, just in terms of effort. But this was longer, and this is definitely second hardest. I think the thing about Vestavia Drive is it's actually a little bit shorter, so you can push yourself that much harder. This one's just so crazy long, you know, you're backed off quite a bit. Nasty turn, always gravel, oil. Check this out. There's 3 or 4 houses back up in here. I hardly ever see anybody. gosh, I thought for a second there I had a flat. It's definitely a weird sound. What was that? It's something. So anyway, the climb starts out with this, and this is a really motivating section right here because it's steep. It's maybe 15%, 16, maybe top out at 18 here. And usually, you know, you have a lot of momentum coming off of the flat section there. So you fly up this, and that is almost always a very positive feeling. But the next section's harder, and that's almost always a very negative feeling. So this one's a good 20%. Wow. Oh, I think it's the broken pavement. It's the wheels actually squishing the little cracks of pavement down into the water underneath. You probably can't even hear it on the video. But this is a 50-mile-an-hour descent right here. Super dangerous though. Not recommended. So you've done it a bunch of times. Should max out right about 20 somewhere in here. I'm reading 19 on my Garmin. Does a little bit of averaging. Yeah, and you know, so you make it through here, and you just super hard, steep, and you have a break, you know, 15%, well 10 right here, and then back into 15%. It's even steeper than 10. Should cut back up 15, 16 here. The vast majority of climbing on this climb is this opening mile, or 9/10 of a mile. And even then, the steep section I think is only 7/10, 3/4 of a mile. And you climb 400 feet. Quite a bit. And then it's really rolling for a long ways. Then it gets really steep again at the end. So up here is the next break in the climb. Some bug crawling on my glasses. Hold on. Ugh. What is it? Ant. Flying ant. Very good. Got some broken pavement here. Gotta be careful on the descent back down. I've pit splatted on the rocks through here. Yeah, as rough as this road is, I think I've only flatted out here 2 or 3 times. Once, I only had a CO2 cartridge, and I didn't screw it on right, and it all leaked out. Ended up riding completely flat tire for 7 miles on a training wheel. I think that sign says come on in, the water's fine. Green means go, right? Yeah, I rode to Dick's Sporting Goods on 280. I don't have my wallet, I don't have anything. I'm like, man, can I write you an IOU? And he's like, no, man, we'll hook you up. And they gave me 2 tubes. One of them was a slime tube. Hey, let me use the pump it up. The other funny thing about that was, you know, I was supposed to pick up the kids that day, and with the flat, and then riding so long on a flat, I only had like 25 minutes to get from Dick's to Rocky Ridge, and I made it just as they were coming out of school. I could escort my kids home as they were walking. I think this is hunting season. It's the middle of the week. This is like on the hunting channel. It's the middle of the week. It's kind of rainy. And this would be the worst time of day for deer. So I'm thinking it's pretty deserted up here. Oh, this is the steep section, by the way. Never feels. It's amazing. Just forgot about it. I'm just so used to going up it. That should have maxed out about 24%. 25. These are the rollers, and there's really only one good line. Scratch that, no good line today. The gravel's all washed under the road. Off to the right is really rugged. That behind drives down into Bear Creek Valley, County Road 43, which is the lower valley, much lower, 300 feet lower. There's no paved roads to get up here from that side, but there are some dirt roads. So I've done a couple of them on my mountain bike, and I'm pretty sure one of the shortest cat 3s in Alabama is over here. Nice little 25%. Yeah, I think it averages closer to 20% for half a mile, and for a little less, 4/6 of a mile, and with sections of like 30 plus. Oh, I think I got a flat. Road, maybe. Come on, don't be flat. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Just the gravel's all spread out because of the rain. Southern Cross training. Earlier this year. That's like a month from. A month from next weekend. 5 weeks. Initial steep section. You're almost thankful, at least I am, I'm thankful for when it kicks up again right up here. Like, start using my upper body again and give your legs a break. I just figured out what I'm going to do for the rest of the ride too. I'm going to go back the same way, similar way, and then I'm going to go do the Vestavia drive climb again, so you can compare the two on the same elevation graph, and then I'm going to do the Shook Hill climb. That'll probably be 4 hours total. There's more rain coming in, quite a bit more, but it's held off so far. I figured this was going to be pouring down rain right here. I figured that might make an interesting video. The Double Oak roller coaster and pouring down rain. Yeah, so that's what's coming up next. 100-foot climb from back there. Here up to the 1,400 foot, the first ridge line. And the second ridge line, this is like 1410, 1415. Second ridge line is all the way up to 1480, 85 in a couple spots, but you have to climb some rocks to get there. The main part where I normally just turn around 1450. If you want to make it a Cat 2, you got to go all the way back in the dirt. And there's one tiny section that gets up above 1,500. Discovered that by accident when I made a Topo Creator map and put the contour intervals at 100 feet instead of 40 feet. And I noticed a big thick line which represented a major contour interval, and it was just this tiny little circle, 1,500 foot spot. That was an epic ride. I watched the sunset from up here, which is crazy because I didn't have lights, and then, you know, I got 45 minutes, an hour to get back to my house. That ride was just epic the first time I made it up it. Alright, so this is a Double Oak roller coaster. It's still fun, but not quite as fun because there's been a major washout at the bottom. I'm going to film this again after I explore it once. Oh yeah, oh that looks sweet. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, no problem.